Hey ladies, I am going to do a quick training for you on how to fill out the order forms because a couple of you have asked me how to figure out Hostess credit and how to fill out order forms. So the first thing that you guys can see on my screen is actually what I print out on every single order form on the back on that yellow copy. You do not have to do this. Especially if you do not have a good printer at home and you don't want to pay for ink. But this is so simple and easy for me. I don't have to stamp anything. All the information is there. So up here is my back order information. Here is just a little bit about the party. And then down here is information about some of those products that they might have a question about how to use. Even though I'm sending them home with a catalog with the information, this really goes over all of that as well. You can see it just a little bit better right here so that you can see what it kind of looks like. If you would like this, please email me directly at romancerena@gmail.com and I will go ahead and I'll email this out to you. I have it both for the half order forms and the full sheet order forms as well. This is the half sheet order form, just so that you could see what it looks like. Okay. So when you get into the shopping room, and I call it a shopping room, I never call it an order room. When you get into the shopping room and your lady comes in with her catalog and her wish list, and you go through everything that you need to do, I, like Kelly, also use the half sheet order forms. So here is our first guest, and she is Susie Guest. And I am not giving her a discount. Okay, I'm going to show you how to work out the sheets with a discount or without a discount. Because sometimes you want to give somebody an extra discount if they choose to buy something a little bit more expensive, or if you're giving a special, or if that's a giveaway or something like that. Okay, so Susie Guest came in and she just ordered the Coochie, the Body Dew, and the Sensations. Make sure when you have products that have different scents or flavors, especially if you keep stock, that you keep track of what scent and flavor they purchased so that you can have a better control of your inventory. Okay, and I love these half sheet order forms because they allow me to say whether I gave them the product or whether that product was back ordered. So there's no confusion and it's not as messy on these sheets. Okay, so Coochie's $18, Body Dew's $18, Sensations $15 for a total of $51. I'm going to take that $51 and bring that over to the product total. Shipping and handling is always $6 with Pure Romance. Then there's $3.06 in tax. If you're in the state of Maryland, that's a 6% tax. You want to collect tax on the full retail amount for whatever tax is in your state, because that is what you're paying tax on. So if you live in Delaware and you have zero tax, you don't ever collect tax, even if you go into a state that does have taxes, because this is really a reimbursement to you of what you spent when you purchased the product. So 51 plus 6 plus 306 is $60.06. And then you know that that's how much is due. Now, if they pay me by credit card, I'll just write CC right here so that I know. And if they pay me by cash, I don't write anything on here. And if they pay me by a check, because I choose to accept checks, make sure those checks are to you in your name. And then I'll write check. And in this section right here where it says back orders, I will write down their driver's license number, I will write down their date of birth, and the expiration date of their driver's license, or the expiration year, because it's usually their date of birth as well. And then that one, double check to make sure that the driver's license address is the same address that I have written right here, and filled out all of this information from their Customer Connect card. Okay? So this is somebody that has, no discount. Now let's go to somebody that has a discount. Now this is just a full sheet order form just to kind of show you the little differences. Okay? So this is Jane Guest, and she is getting a discount. She's getting a discount because I decided I have an En Vogue in stock. I know that it's going to be discontinued. I want to get it out of my stock. And so I decided I would offer her a 20% discount if she would order that particular toy when she came into my shopping room. But she also wanted the Basic Instinct, the Men's Shave. She wanted a Just Like Me, okay, and she wanted toy cleaner because this is going to be her first toy. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to add all of these items up, and you're going to put that number in the pink section right here where it says product total. That was $180. So you know that your product retail total is $180 before you have any discounts. That is what you're going to charge tax on. So tax is $10.80, which is 6% of $180. Then you're going to take $180 and you're going to subtract out the 20% for the toy. And I write it separately. So that's $19.80 that she saved. And then I take $180 minus $19.80, and that's what goes in this white section right here, this $160.20, plus $6 for shipping, plus the sales tax is $177. And so that's what she owes me. You always want to charge tax on the full subtotal amount because that's what you got charged tax on, okay? And so I don't ever fill out anything in the subtotal section because Maryland law doesn't allow for tax on shipping, and it's very confusing for me. So I like to keep it this way, but I do like to know how much she would have spent had I not given her a discount. So when I give her this sheet back, I will say, normally if I didn't give you a discount, it would be $180 plus tax and shipping. But because I'm giving you 20% off, so you're saving $19.80, your total is only $177. And that kind of gives her an idea of how much she's saving. When I'm using a big order form like this, if I have a back order, I will circle my back order and write back order on it. Oops, sorry guys. And write back order on it, like BO, so that I know that that's a back ordered item. But however you want to do that, that's fine. If you are not printing on the back of your order forms like I do, in this section right here where it says your consultant is, on the white copy it doesn't matter because that's your copy, but on the yellow copy, go ahead and get yourself one of those stamps from Vistaprint. They're super inexpensive, especially with all the sales that they're having, and right now it's a 50% off sale for all Pure Romance consultants, and just get a stamp with your name and your website and your phone number so that you can stamp all of your order forms so that they have your information. That's one of the things that you really want to make sure that they have all of your information. And so when you give them their bag or their order form, if you have everything on back order, that they are able to contact you for whatever reason, because you don't want to have just the catalog or just a business card or things like that. Especially with the order form, you need to make sure that your information is on that order form. Okay, now let's get to the hostess. So here's Lisa Hostess, and what you're going to do is you're going to go through all of your guests' order forms, and you are going to add their white product total. Okay, so $160.20 from Jane, $51 from Susie, and so forth and so on. You never want to give Hostess credit on shipping or on tax, because what's the point? And you don't want to give Hostess credit on any of the discounts that you gave. So you don't want to give it on the $180, okay? Because that's like $2 out of your pocket, if that makes sense. So Lisa Hostess, after I added all of her guests, got a $97 Hostess credit. So this might look a little confusing for you, but I'm going to show you exactly how this works. My Hostess Incentive is, not only do you get the 10% that your friends spend in a free shopping spree, but you also get 25% off your entire order because my Hostess never pays full price for anything. I'm at a 50% discount, so I can afford to do that. A lot of people actually make it 40%. I only do 25% because I also give other discounts on lingerie and other specialty toys. So that's what I do. If you're just starting out and you're on a 40% discount, I recommend doing maybe a 20% or a 15% discount off of the total because your Hostess doesn't pay full price for anything. And I find that's the easiest, simplest Hostess credit to do to make it easy. So Lisa Hostess decided that because she had a $970 party and she gets $97 in free products, she's going to go ahead and get an executive. But she also needs toy cleaner And just like me, because you can't buy a toy without buying lube and cleaner unless you've purchased it from me before. During her party, I showed a hot heart. And when I show a hot heart, that usually is my hostess gift to the hostess. So I wrote down here that I gave her a free hot heart as a gift, and it was $15. Okay? Now, that's just for my records. When I added the $233, that is just for the Just Like Me, the cleaner, and the toy. Okay? So that's $233 right here. Now, what I did was I go into this blank section where the back order section is, and I write $233, and then I subtract out the $97 for hostess credit. You can write hostess credit or something just to let her know what that is. That brought it down to $136. Then I take 25% of $136, which means that I multiply it by 0.25 or 25%, and I get $34. And so I'm going to subtract $34 from $136 and get $102. And that's what I'm going to bring back up to the product total. Now, shipping is still $6, and the sales tax is based off that full $233. Okay? So when I talk to her, I am going to say, okay, Lisa, normally your total would be $233 plus shipping and tax, but because you're my hostess, you're getting $146 in free goodies. And this is how it works out. Your purchase total is $233. You're my hostess, you get $97 for free because you had a party with me. That brought you down to $136. Then because you're my hostess and you never pay full price for anything, I want to make sure you go home with everything at least at a discount or free. You got an additional 25% off, so that gave you an additional $34. Okay, so your total is $102 plus 6 plus sales tax, so your total is only $121.98. You saved and you got in free products and goodies $146. Now, that $146 includes that $15 for hot hearts. Okay? So that's how I do it. Now, some people actually do charge tax on the hot heart. I don't. I consider the entire thing a wash and a loss. But you can charge tax on it because, truthfully, you got taxed for it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help and assist you in any single way. Don't forget that you want to make sure that when you are calculating hostess credit for the hostess, you want to only be using this top number. You do not want to use the shipping, handling, or the sales tax as part of your hostess credit number. Hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend. Can't wait to hear what everybody's doing.